in their 20s and 30s, died for the country as a result of a helicopter crash. The youngest, 24-year-old Lance Corporal Taylor Conrad of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, became a first-time father last October. The longest-serving Marine in the group, Gunnery Sergeant Richard Holley, had completed 2 tours in Iraq. Captain Samuel Schultz, previously deployed with the 11th Marine Expeditionary Unit. His fellow pilot, First Lieutenant Samuel Phillips, was from Pinehurst, North Carolina, and joined the Marine Corps in August 2013. The hardest part of being a Marine is the tragic loss of life of a fellow brother in arms, said their commanding officer, Colonel Craig LaFleur. These warhorse Marines brought joy and laughter to so many around them. They each served honorably, wore the uniform proudly, and were a perfect example of what makes our Marine Corps great, its people. They will forever be in our hearts and minds. And they will forever be in our hearts and minds. Not just these Marines, but all the soldiers, sailors, airmen, Coast Guardsmen, and Marines who have made the ultimate sacrifice for this nation. We also extend our gratitude and support for a group that nobody wants to join, but has already given their country so much, the Gold Star families. As we observe Memorial Day every year, these families remember their fallen loved ones every day. Children without parents, Gold Star mothers and fathers, spouses and siblings. They can still hear the voices of those that they lost. And it is up to us to hear the voices of these families, offer our support, and express our highest gratitude. Whether the people we remember served in World War II, Korea, Vietnam, the war on terrorism, or any place or time in between, we say thank you for the freedom that you have given us. We are here because of you. God bless you all, God bless America, and God bless our fallen heroes.
Thank you, Randy. Thank you very much. I'd like to introduce now Chief of the Police, Chief Wack. And the Deputy Chief of the Fire Department, J.J. Burke. Mrs. Patricia DeCanto, who lost her son, Navy Captain Gerald DeCanto, while serving our country at the Pentagon on 9/11. I'd like to now introduce the Vice Chairman of the Selectmen, Dave Sampson.
Good morning. It is my honor and privilege to speak with you this morning on behalf of the Sandwich Board of Selectmen on this 150th Memorial Day. I am joined this morning by fellow board members, Dr. Susan James, Mr. Robert George, and Mr. Shane Hochter. I would like to recognize and thank American Legion Post 188 for organizing today's events and for their continual devotion to our service members and veterans. Each year, on the last Monday in May, we take time to reflect on the men and women who so bravely risked life and limb in the face of danger. We remember those who left the comforts of home to fight for us and our freedom, but never returned. These men and women shared the common principle that America is a nation worth dying for. Regardless of race, gender, or religion, they put our country before themselves. These individuals are truly heroes. In 1923, then Vice President Calvin Coolidge recognized our fallen soldiers in Northampton, Massachusetts by describing today as a time to do honor to all those now gone, who made the cause of America their supreme choice. Following that statement, Coolidge quoted John 15:13, saying, "Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends." I believe these words accurately reflect the devotion, beliefs, heart, and principles of those we honor today. Your presence this morning is a tribute to our lost heroes. Their immense sacrifices have guaranteed the freedoms we have today. To those that have fallen, we promise we will never forget. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dave. There is somebody I don't want to forget to give a rose to. Is Susan James here? I would like to now introduce Robert Dinan, Marine Sergeant, member of the police.
Good morning. I'd like to thank everybody for coming here today. As Will said, I'm a United States Marine. I'd like to take some time today to remind you of the real reason we celebrate this Memorial holiday. Many people look at this day, Memorial Day, as the beginning of summer. It's a start to a season of vacations, barbecues, time with family and friends, enjoying all the summer months and the things that we all love to do. In a time where we are all too busy going from place to place and shuttling our kids around, doing various activities, shopping, planning family gatherings, sometimes we forget what Memorial Day really is. It's a day to remember those men and women who have given their lives for this country, and a day to reflect upon the memories of loved ones who served so proudly and honorably in the armed forces of this country, spending countless hours, days, and months away from their families and friends and enduring hardships that people back home may never fully realize. It's a day to look back at the lives of the brave soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, and others who have made the supreme sacrifice and give their lives for all they believed in. War is not something that we talk about freely on a daily basis. It's definitely not a subject spoken about very much by those who have been there. But it's something we all need to remember and something we all need to try and understand. There are those who oppose the military, those who believe that all things can be settled diplomatically. But the reality is that diplomacy doesn't always work. There will always be people we come across in our daily lives who have opinions that we may not agree with. They sometimes call us names, they criticize us because of our jobs. They might even believe that we enjoy the fact that we may go to war at any moment. But there's one thing I can tell you about those serving in the armed forces, the ones who chose this life and the ones who have to do the fighting. We're the very last people on earth that want to go to war, but at the same time, we are the ones that will go without hesitation. They're the proud Americans who are there 24/7, defending your right to disagree and publicly express your own opinions. We're at war today, and even now as I speak to you, there are people who are plotting and planning to attack us and our way of life. These people use religion as a tool to justify their terror campaign. They hate us for our beliefs and our freedoms. Yet we have become a country of complacency, with some people forgetting all too soon about the horrors that have been cast upon us, the lives lost, and the threat that still hangs over us. Our military is still the best in the world, but our military alone cannot conquer these enemies. We need to come together as a country, as Americans, once and for all. We need to put aside our differences of opinion and concentrate on the bigger picture. For without a common cause to rally us, we will only succeed in conquering ourselves. We need to stop being so politically correct and worrying about offending everyone who comes here from someplace else. This is the United States of America. We have freedoms and opportunities that many others can only dream of. This is our country. This is our way of life. This is who and what we are, and this is what we should stay. If you don't like it, leave. If you love it, then fight for it. Respect it, enjoy it, but don't take it for granted. General Douglas MacArthur said it best during World War II. Only those Americans who are willing to die for this country are fit to live in it. Take this Memorial Day to remember the people who made it possible for us to enjoy what we have. As it has been said many times, freedom is not free. There's a cost for everything, and we must honor those who have paid that price for your freedom. Please remember them today and every day. Semper Fidelis. Thank you.
Semper Fi.
Thank you so much, Rob. Thank you very, very much. I would like now to introduce our Grand Marshal, Mark Morrow. Mark grew up in Wellesley and graduated from Wellesley High School with a yearbook notation of Superman in disguise. This might explain his activities years later here at the Sandwich American Legion. Mark joined the U.S. Marine Corps shortly after graduating from high school during the Korean War and was assigned to an engineering unit. Later, after being stationed at Camp Lejeune in North Carolina, he qualified as an expert rifleman and was transferred to the 2nd Marine Division Fleet Forces. He had a tour of duty in Puerto Rico, Cuba, and peacekeeping duty in the Republic of Haiti. He was honorably discharged with the rank of sergeant. He is married to his lovely wife, Carolyn Motta. They live in Weston, where they raised 2 children, Mark W. and Deborah, and has 1 granddaughter, Megan. He owned his own company in heavy equipment repairs. After retirement, Carolyn and Mark moved to the Cape. Mark joined the American Legion over 20 years ago and one of the most dedicated and hardest working members at our post. He has served as adjutant for the last 12 years, also working the Legion membership. But that's not all. Anything they need strictly, from broken chair, air conditioning, ice making machine, etc., Mark is the man we look to help us. His willingness to help his fellow veterans goes without saying. It is our pleasure to honor former Marine Sergeant Mark Morrow. I would like now to introduce the Commander of the American Legion, Ray Torville.
Good morning. Today we pay tribute to those who served, especially the men and the women who made the ultimate sacrifice so freedom can ring across this great nation. America was founded on the principles of freedom, justice, and liberty for all. But freedom has a price. It comes with great effort and tremendous sacrifice. Sadly, many have paid with their lives, and many who are serving today will continue to do so. While we revere and cherish those who came before, we must also do everything possible to support those who today are serving to protect these principles. This is the greatest country of all. The freedom we enjoy makes it so. It is freedom won and defended by those who served, that are serving. Men and women who put the ideals of our country before themselves and the willingness of our citizens to make sacrifices for the good of our nation. Today is the reminder of the true meaning of Memorial Day. Today is a day we honor our heroes. It is because of these brave men and women that we live in a free country.